You look a little younger, same time. So, what was the situation with Coach, first of all? When did you figure out that he was here?
Well, I found out just as Reggie found out. We came in from the court, and getting ready to say our last few things. And I walk into the locker room and I see Coach Caputo right to my left, and I knew that Maryland was making a change in their starting lineup from what we anticipated. So I walk in and I see him, and he just kind of looks up at the board, because I know we normally put the new starting lineup up there, and I'm thinking, I know what he's doing. And then all of a sudden there's Coach, just smiling. And he had a miraculous comeback, as you know we did as a team. So it was a gutty performance on all counts.
When did he not come around today? Was he sick last night? Today?
Yeah, he hadn't been feeling well, even up at Boston College, just feeling a little under the weather, just like a little bit of a cold, a little bit of allergies. And but we had 2 great practices. He's as lively as ever. He really enjoys practice. And then this morning I talked to him about 11 o'clock, and he just wasn't feeling great. And then come 2 o'clock, he said, hey, you guys take care of the shoot-around, which we had at 3. And then he said, yeah, I'm really trying to rally here. I'm just going to get my rest and get ready for this game. And then he called me after shoot-around at about 4:30. He's like, I am feeling awful. This is like the worst flu I've ever had in my life. And I talked to Wes Brown, our trainer, and said, hey, we got to get over there, just see how the guy's doing. And he gave him a little bit of medicine. Coach went to sleep for another hour and a half, and it was one of those things where we prepared ourselves as a staff, as an assistant coaching staff, to get the guys ready. But really, knowing Coach, we've known him for a long time now, it's one of those, I'll believe it when I see it, to keep him away from a game. The guy loves these guys, he loves coaching, and for him to miss something for his team would be very, very rare. And we thought we were close tonight.
You talk about the lift it gave your guys when they see him in that locker room, and then also, even if Coach wasn't himself, at least to be on the bench there with them.
Well, I spoke to Duran, Reggie, and Malcolm. I was able to get those guys together because it kind of happened right as the pregame meal was ending. A couple guys scattered, and I was able to get them the leadership of the program. And I said, listen, this has been a season with a lot of different firsts. And the first time that I know Coach ever missed a practice was when he went and attended Malcolm's brother's funeral. Today was the first time I'd known that he ever missed a shoot-around. And I said, listen, there's a chance he may miss his first game ever. And I need you guys to really rally together. This is your team. And so I made them aware of that. We went through the pregame routine, and what Duran was referring to is I wanted to keep the guys focused but yet loose. And Malcolm Grant is one of the greatest impersonators of all time. And even though we're new, he's got all of us already. And I went up and I did exactly, Coach is very much about routines, and I did the exact Coach L routine, and had the guys really enjoying that, but focused and feeling good. When they came in and saw Coach, I heard Malcolm Grant say, wow, this man is sacrificing. You know, like he's ill and he's here for us. You know, he said that, and I know he believed it and meant it, and I think it was a big lift.
Can you remember being part of a game with so many bizarre subplots between that, the ejection, Maryland's comeback, you guys playing well at various spots?
Never anything like this. I mean, it was an amazing day. It feels like a 48-hour day, just from preparing and thinking about substitution patterns and just little changes, because we didn't have Kenny too. We didn't really find out about Kenny till this morning also. And then Coach coming back. I mean, a lot of writers in this building. Let's write a story. Get a movie script on this one.
How long is Kenny supposed to be out? What is the injury there?
It's a head injury, and with all head injuries, you just want to be cautious and do some. They're gonna still have some tests to do. Just to.
What happened? Did he fall or did he get elbowed? Or?
Fell in practice yesterday. We were really preparing for a physical game. We were writing that, and it was a rebounding drill, and he fell backwards, and just need to be cautious about those things.
He actually hit his head on the court, or
But he hit contact with an elbow, but then hit it, like, kind of came back and just kind of hit the ground hard, you know, and just kind of came up a little bit woozy and just want to take some precaution.
You guys do an MRI or?
That's a great question for Wes Brown, our trainer now.
Okay.
So who's the bigger loss, coach or him?
Hey, we're all winners
I'll
tonight.
get you off,
All winners
I'll get you off
tonight.
the hook on that, you don't have to answer that. But, the significance of this one, coming up, you got the race, now you're over 500, just how big does that become?
I think it's a great game, a great win spiritually for us. Shows a lot of resolve. It was a great performance by so many different people. And for the defensive performance, we wanted to help hold them to a low percentage from three. Had a lot of different guys step up. We played lineups we haven't played in a long time. We just showed a lot of toughness, and that's something we've been asking for. And I think this is something we can really build on.
Did Coach say anything at halftime or after the game,
Yeah,
players?
yeah. He said he made a funny point. He said, Ryan Quicktar, you did the best job defending of the night, and I did. You didn't foul anybody, and you know it's a testament to Coach. He has a way of teaching lessons with humor, a little bit of New York sarcasm, he would say, and it was true. We didn't want to foul, and Maryland is a great team at getting fouled. They're second in the country at getting to the foul line. They did a great job tonight. Hats off to them for rallying and really playing a tough physical game.
Can you talk about just how you lose all your big men, Duran's out, as a coach, just adjusting on the fly and adapting to that situation, how does that happen?
Well, some of it happens because you don't have a lot of options too. And we just ask the guys, hey, you're put in spots, we need you to rebound. We need you to guard this big guy. Daquan Jones ended up fronting Len when they went high-low to start that second overtime. They went right at him, and he fronts the post and gets a huge steal. So it's just guys stepping up and expanding their role and coming up with big plays, and just try to put them in a position to be able to do that.
Speaking of that, your 3 leading rebounders were all done.
Yeah, and they did a scrappy job. We went to a smaller lineup a good bit, and just trying to kind of put speed against size and ask those guys to rebound, and us ended up winning the rebounding battle, which is huge for us.
What impressed you about Duran tonight before he came out?
I thought he just had a real gritty performance, efficient. You look at his line from 24 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and he only missed 3 shots on the night. And then he also really made it tough on the leading scorer in the ACC. So it was an all-around game for him, and it was really the backbone of the team. He really led us tonight.
Was Shane ailing at the end? What went on there?
We had some cramping issues.
Cramping?
Those guys played big minutes. Both him and Malcolm were hampered a little bit with some cramping at the end. When Shane made that teardrop shot, and he ran back, and he was hurting. And then they ended up getting that 3, and then there was a timeout for him getting injured.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.